One of my previous videos talked about time preference, right? If you have a lower time preference, you do things for the future. A higher time preference, you do things for the now, instant gratification. And today's topic kind of aligns with that. But before we go into it, you already know what you can do. If you like the video, you like the channel, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. As an entrepreneur, your mindset is to the future, right? You have a lower time preference. And it's evident because you're building something. Sure, you can argue it, but if you didn't have a lower time preference, you'd be working a job because you would have a high time preference and you want the instant gratification of getting a paycheck every 2 weeks. As an entrepreneur, sometimes you don't see money income for months, right? Some people, it might be years. Now, the thing about that is, again, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you really have a low time preference. But that low time preference, that delay of gratification, isn't just for entrepreneurs. I was having a conversation with my godbrother recently, and he mentioned the fact that he gets more joy now in buying investments, buying assets versus spending money. And that's something that I challenge everybody, a mentality that I challenge everybody to get to. Because if you can take more joy in investing versus spending money, you're setting yourself up for a great future. The average person, they spend money, they buy liabilities, and they feel extremely happy, right? The joy sets in. But again, the instant gratification doesn't last long. It's instant to come and it's instant to go. That's it. It's gone, right? That new pair of shoes, that new car, that new cell phone, whatever it might be, whatever it might be for you. So at the end of the day, what I would say is change your perspective, lower that time preference, buy more investments, more assets, whatever you can afford, right? I'm not saying go and take out your life savings and put it all into investments. No, that makes no sense. But you want to make sure you position yourself properly and you're consistently buying some type of asset, some type of investment to grow for you, instead of just taking all of your money, your income, and spending on liabilities. So at the end of the day, you buy a liability, it takes more money out of your pocket. You buy an asset, you are essentially putting money into your future, for your future family, your future kids, for your future self. The 40-year-old you will thank the 30-year-old you. Now, when it comes back to an entrepreneur, that is what we do on a daily basis if we're building our business and working on it on a daily basis, because we're doing certain activities, networking, talking to clients or talking to prospects to make them clients and to build relationships with people and finding potential business partners, whatever it might be. That's what we do on a regular basis. We are building something for the future. We know that this person I just met, Nick, might not be a client today, but I continue to build a relationship, an authentic relationship with Nick, and Nick might see my value for my business, or the value for my business in the future. So Nick might come to me when he needs a car if I'm a car salesman, right? Nick might come to me for photography if I'm a photographer, knowing that I do photography based on the relationship that we have. So again, entrepreneurs, low time preference. And if you don't have a low time preference and you consider yourself an entrepreneur, let's again challenge our perspective and lower that time preference. As a regular investor, you can do the same thing. As a spender, challenge your perspective and start to put more money into investments, into assets. Side note for you, I find that a lot of people have difficulty parting with their money. And when they put it into an investment, they think they're parting with their money, but no, it's actually the opposite. You going to buy that liability, that item, that material thing that you don't even need, it's just a want for you, it's some type of desire you have for it. That is essentially you parting with your money. You putting money into an investment account, into a building, into some type of asset, you're just transferring money from one place to another. You're not losing the money is still there for you. And you can withdraw it later on when it grows in your future. 5 years down the road, 3 years down the road, whatever it is that you committed to, but you can take that out later on. It's still your money. It's just you're putting your money to work. You're putting your dollars to work for you. And every dollar should work for you like an employee. To summarize, if you're an entrepreneur, let's continue doing those activities on a regular basis with the long-term mentality and low time preference, that we are building boats. We're building boats that we can cast the net off to the side of the boat in the deeper water where there's better fish, instead of just grabbing a spear and going after those fish, right? Where our activities are building for the future. If you grab a spear, you can catch fish, sure, but you're not going to be able to catch very much. And every single day, you're going to have to be out there spending time to catch fish. If you have a big boat, you have a net, you cast the net out, you can catch fish for a whole month. You don't have to go out there. You're saving yourself time, effort, and money. And all you have to do is invest the time up front. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. And that's what I recommend everybody do, even as investors. Invest, or even as just people who spend their money. Switch the mentality and let's start investing, because your future self will thank you. So that's it for me, everybody. Hopefully that was helpful for someone. Kadeem here. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed.